Yesterday, I was looking for guests.
Okay.
Because I knew I was going to rent the cameras.
Right.
And I had 2 slots filled. I needed at least one more. And you messaged me out of nowhere.
Because I just stumbled upon your reels.
Okay, did it come in your...
Yeah, it came in my feed and they were actually super candid. And so yeah, that's how like I just DM'd you like, I'm like, bro, reels are awesome.
Yeah. And I was like, do you have time tomorrow?
I'm like, yeah, I do. And in Pune, everyone has time anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Yeah. Introduce yourself. I want to see how you introduce yourself. Because like, what do you tell people? Like, do you say you're a content creator?
Which is weird because, I mean, so if I say I'm a content creator, then people assume it pays.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, bro. It doesn't pay you shit. Like, because, so I was basically working in an advertising agency. I did my bachelor's in journalism and mass communication from Mumbai. And then I graduated, then I worked for a year. And then I tried out for acting in Mumbai. And then the lockdown happened, so I moved back to Pune.
Yeah.
And then for 6 months, 7 months, I didn't do anything. Like, I was literally a liability.
Yeah, you and the rest of us, bro. Like.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like, so then, and then like around 2020 December is when like I found like an internship. And then I took that up. But again, that was not really satisfying. And then I wanted to do something for my own. And yeah, I took a shot at content creation I just started making reels because again, it was trending. Like people started making reels in lockdown and it was doing very well. And yeah, I had no expectation I was going to make one reel. I made one reel, I got good response. And then I made the second one, got good response. And then
it was just one after the other.
Yeah. Then there was no looking back.
In the lockdown, that's when TikTok became huge.
Yeah.
First lockdown. Because I remember during the first lockdown, I was on TikTok almost all day. And then eventually they banned TikTok and then Reels became what
Instagram dominated, I feel like. So the thing is like, what I was worried about is TikTok people found cringe. Some content like TikTok, people made fun of TikTok. They still do, like they find it cringe. So I really felt that, okay, what I'm making shouldn't be cringe. I was very conscious about it before.
Yeah.
But then thankfully it didn't come off as cringe. So I was like,
I mean, I wouldn't have called you on if your content was cringe.
Bro, I wouldn't have. My suggestion wouldn't have been your reel if I was making cringe content.
Yeah, I went through your content and like, how often do you watch content and you like laugh? Okay, like even funny content. Like best case, you'll breathe heavy for 2 seconds. Okay.
True. Bro, like I'm telling you, the amount of effort I take, it's just to get a like that's all people do. And okay, that's funny. Like that's what people think. Even if it gets a out of you, people think it's funny. So
yeah, but with you do like a lot. You do impressions also.
Yes, I do impressions.
That is because you wanted to do acting. Is that something that you did to get good at it, or?
Impression is there's something that I had naturally. Like it was something that I don't know, like probably that is what I think is the talented part of me.
Yeah.
But it is also a strong point that I kind of use it in my reels.
Yeah.
So like if I don't get any content, like because I really don't think what I'm going to post tomorrow or day after. Like I sit and think what I'm going to do in the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
If I don't get anything, I'll just probably just do a mimicry and I'll work my way through it.
Do the ideas come to you randomly, like you're doing something and you'll...
Very, like if I'm talking to you right now, tomorrow I might just make a reel out of this conversation. Like it's just, you have to be very observant.
Yeah.
So you start noticing every small thing.
But that's like, I do stand-up comedy. I do like, I've started doing open mics.
Okay.
And that is the same way that we write jokes. It's like something happens to you.
And a punchline.
And then I make a note of it on my phone.
Yeah, same. I make a note of it.
Yeah. Then I'm like, chalo, now I have this. Let's make it funny.
Right.
Let's do a setup. Let's do a punchline.
Right.
So have you ever considered doing stand-up?
Stand-up? I did also. I did. There were 2 people in Mumbai. I secretly went. I didn't tell anyone. I left my office very early.
Yeah.
And then I went for that open mic thing and there were like 2 people. It was...
2 people and 10 comics? Like
No. It was just 2 people. It was terrible, bro. And then like I was all pumped up and I told my office people I'm gonna do stand-up today, open mic and all. And then I went, it was trash.
Had you written down your jokes? Like
Yeah, I had made a proper thing. Thing is like, I wasn't expecting to be good, but I expected audience. Like I was disappointed more on the audience part, not on my performance. Like, because I have seen like it doesn't really work out at the first time.
Yeah.
It really doesn't, because that's what open mics are for. It's like it kind of grills you.
It's like sparring.
Yeah, exactly. You train, and then you enter the.
Yeah.
So, but if there is no one to train, like it's just solo training. Like,
so did that just put you off? Like
it did actually. It did, because they're so. Coincidentally, day before yesterday, I got a call from my friend. He was like, "Would you like to do stand-up at DY Patil's Fest?" And I'm like, "Bro, I don't have a script ready."
Yeah.
And reels and stand-up,
it's different.
See, it's different. See, just because you're funny doesn't mean you can like.
Yeah.
There are two different like segments. So I told him, give me some time, but like I really don't know because writing a script, what script you write, it's way different.
Yeah.
Than for a content.
But then also you could write like 5 minutes, 10 minutes worth of material, and then you don't know if it works unless you do it.
It could. I haven't said no to him yet.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah. So well, you can start doing open mics from there now. So COVID is pretty much over.
I can.
There are open mics happening. If you want, you can let me know, and I'll like. There's a WhatsApp group where they post all the open mics that are happening. And
I think I need to come to a few open mics.
Yeah,
see
that's
how
what I did.
Like I'll just turn
That's what I did. You go, and what gives you confidence is that you see people stink.
Yeah.
Because an open mic, bro, it's like it's very rare for someone to come and kill. Where in comedy we have killing and bombing. Okay, killing matlab you did well, bombing matlab you didn't do well.
You didn't do well.
Yeah, you didn't get any laughs.
Yeah. But like, how was your first open mic?
My first open mic was okay. Like, I got a couple of laughs. It wasn't like silence.
That couple of laughs is what actually gives you the motivation to go for the next.
Yeah, the first like once you get your first laugh, you can't believe it, bro. Like, because there's like minimum 10 people sitting in front of you, and you've said something and it's made them laugh. Yeah. So that gives you confidence, and then you want to do it again. After like 4 or 5 open mics, you completely lose your like.
You become comfortable.
Yeah. And then you can go and talk and try new stuff.
So when I started off with my reels, I wasn't confident at all. So every reel for the first 3 months, I sent it to 2 or 3 of my friends.
Yeah.
Got it approved from them. Like, tell me if it's bad, I won't post it. So after that, like dhire, like my confidence increased. And then like now I really don't send anything. Like, I know what's funny, what's not, if it will work or if it will not. So
but reels and just short form content in general, it's really weird because sometimes the stuff that I've made like lazily and I'm like, chal, this will do okay, it won't do, like it'll get the most views out of any reel that I've posted. And some stuff that I know, fuck, this one though is going to kill, like that won't do as well.
So that's so true. Because like you really expect something out of a reel, like, okay, this is going to be funny. Because there have been times like where I've laughed at my reel, like after editing, like I'm like, oh fuck, this is funny, like this is going to kill, and then later it's just like it's just done mediocre. And then I'm like, bro, like I expected more from this.
It's very random like that because there are things that you can do to make people watch it for longer. Okay, like make a cut every 4 seconds, add like different elements, like I put subtitles and there's music in the background, and sometimes there's stuff popping up or sound effects. The more elements, the more like the audience has something to look at. So they won't go off the video. But still, even if you do all of that, some stuff just doesn't do well, and some stuff does abnormally well for no reason.
It doesn't. So what I realized is if I target a community, like if I'm making a Pune reel, it bombs. I mean, sorry, it does well. So it bombs in the sense I meant like it kills it. So like similarly, if I'm targeting Mumbaikars, it does really well. But if I do generic stuff, it takes a while to like really get views. Because when you target a community, it's easier for it to spread in that direction. So you give it a direction. That's what I do.
The first reel that I remember that did well was this reel about like Pune people and how they date the same people. Like, that's a very generic idea.
Pune topic. That's a Pune topic.
But I feel like what made it do well is that they saw someone like sitting down with a mic and talking about this. And they were like, fuck, I relate. Let me send this to a friend. So now my formula for making a reel is I want to make something that people will send it to their friends. That's all I think about.
That's exactly what you should. Because and Pune is such a very well knit place. So you make something, even it's relatable, they send it to 1, they send it to 2. So like, especially because everyone knows everyone.
Yeah.
It is a very good thing to make about Pune. So like sometimes I feel like it's my reels are going trot, like I'm not getting views, like काफी time हो गया. Since something has become viral,
Yeah.
I just make it on Pune then.
Yeah.
Then again, like it gives it a kickstart. I get the kickstart again.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and one more thing is I try to like make part 1s, part 2 of something that I've done before, something that
So like a series, mini series.
something that I, like for example, you must have seen Farhan Akhtar.
Yeah.
So that one I made part 2 because people really like DM me saying we need part 2, we need a part 2. So I'm like, and make on this one.
That's one of the best things about like posting content is like you get feedback shortly after posting it.
You do.
And even if you get hate, you know, chal, I fucked up. Or maybe this is not what people are
But
into.
the hate is so weird, bro. Like, I got a hate for Salman Khan reel because the fan base is so big.
Yeah.
For Salman Khan, like, the fans, they get really triggered. Like, तू चूतिया, तू बोल कैसे सकता है सलमान के बारे में, तू है कौन, ये वो. And like, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Salman Khan, like, everybody makes fun of him.
Yeah. But then it's right there na, to comment or to send a message. It's like right there. And there's no consequences to it.
There's no consequences. And I don't reply also.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't reply. So like,
I don't reply to hate either. Compliments.
You get hate comments?
Yeah, bro. So recently we posted this reel that Instagram took it down.
Deepika Padukone wala na?
Yeah.
Like, but like...
That was like satire. Like it was proper exaggeration.
Someone reported or something like...
A bunch of people must have because I didn't get a message from Instagram saying that it violated our community guidelines. So I hadn't said anything that was against the rules of Instagram. But it's just mass reporting, and my account isn't that big where like Instagram will manually, I think, have someone to go through the content. So if it got like 50 reports, they're like, oh, must be bad, so let's take it down.
But seems like a more of a planned thing, na? Like, I mean...
I like to think about it that way because it makes it much cooler.
Yeah, I mean, so thing is, hate comments really give you that validation. Okay, doing something that's cool, that's good, that's actually annoying people. Like you get that motivation. But yeah, I mean,
yeah, but that's what makes the other side laugh also, na? Because you can't say something that is funny to everyone. Like whatever you say, there'll be some people who find it funny, some people who don't find it funny. And without those people who don't find it funny, it won't be funny in the first place.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah.
Like without haters or without people trying to correct you, even when it comes to like political correctness.
Right.
Dark jokes are funny because a bunch of people get upset.
Political jokes I really avoid because that... So once I made this Modi reel that got kind of viral, and then the amount of hate comments I got for it, it's unreal. It's just like, it's too much. So thing is like, the good side of it was like, yes, I got views.
Yeah.
But then the comments were like, what, 20-30% just hate comments. So you gotta be really sensitive. So that did make me a bit conscious in what I'm posting for a while. And then like, I'm like, theek hai, like now it's fine. It's cooled off.
Yeah.
So then,
I also avoid talking about religion, caste, politics. Because these are, first of all, like, you know, you're living in a country where people are like sensitive about this stuff. So like if you know you're saying something and it's going to piss someone off or like hurt someone, it's like being in a Middle Eastern country like Saudi Arabia, where they have their own rules. Like maybe PDA is not okay over there.
Right.
But then you can't be that asshole who's like, no, it's my right to show affection to whoever I want. You're upsetting the people over there.
So, you gotta follow thoda sa, gotta be conscious about.
Yeah, and I think in the Indian constitution there is something about you can't hurt people's religious and like spiritual sentiments.
Right.
So like it's not, even when you're talking about freedom of speech, and if in the constitution it says that you can't hurt someone.
You can't hurt someone.
So then you're going against the constitution also.
And especially Instagram being such a sensitive platform.
Yeah.
So you gotta like, especially like, I mean, I know my followers are like obviously very culturally mixed. So you have gotta balance it out and just play it safe, I would say. That's what I do, like I play it safe. But when it comes to the funny part, I really try to exaggerate. Even as a stand-up comedian, I'm sure like you focus on exaggerations and then punchlines. And like, that really works well.
Exaggeration, it has different like types of exaggeration. Like sometimes I'm saying things which are so wrong that it's funny. Okay? Like someone who's watching is like, there's no way that this guy believes this, but that's why it's funny.
Exactly.
So even with that Deepika thing, bro, like I'm educated. I'm never like, my opinion is never going to be a woman shouldn't work because her husband is going to get upset. Okay? But the fact that I said it like that,
they just took it in the,
no, it's just, for me it was funny because like obviously this is not what I feel.
It was satire, no? Basically, like.
But then
people don't get it now. So
I understand that also, because like the way it looks like someone scrolling through their reels and they come across a reel of mine. I'm sitting at a table with a microphone in front of me and I'm having a conversation.
Right.
So for them it's like, oh, this is how he feels. He's telling his friends that this is how he feels.
Yeah.
So I can understand why people would think that these are my actual thoughts and opinions.
Right. But like, do you think, like, have you mailed Instagram about it? Like, do you think they're gonna like give you your video back?
I went in the support section and I said that this reel disappeared off my, but they don't respond. There
wasn't any response.
Yeah.
But Instagram se zyada YouTube could be a bit less sensitive than Instagram, I feel.
Yeah, YouTube also has their community guidelines. So, and they are not very...
But YouTube, if you abuse, they stop the monetization. Like,
it depends at what level it is. So when you're posting a video and your videos are monetized, so there is a section where you fill this form. So there's like, is there nudity, is there foul language, and what degree of foul language. So they have like, if you're using the N-word or like, so that you tick a different thing. If you're like saying fuck and shit, there's a different tick mark.
Okay, but it doesn't stop your monetization? Like
maybe it changes the ads. So the companies, they decide what kind of content they want to put their ads on.
Right.
So based on that form, it matches you with the best advertisers. So if your content ticks most of those boxes, then obviously there are less advertisers who are okay with advertising on your content.
Okay.
Like that.
But like, there have been so many times like I've thought about switching on to YouTube, but then like, I feel that the transition will be so slow. Like, see, like as a content creator, like I want to play it safe. Like now that I know that my audience has come to Instagram, like I'm thinking, okay, will they shift to YouTube with me? So that doubt is always there.
Yeah.
So like, I think
you'll have a group that will shift because they like you for who you are. Whatever platform you start making content on, they want to see you, they'll come. But it's not a big number. That's what I've realized. Right. Like if you get 10% of your audience, like if you make a YouTube channel today, you have around 16K on Instagram.
Yeah.
If you get 1,000 people to subscribe, bro, that's a big deal.
1,000 is a big number, bro. 1,000 is a big number. Like,
but like if you look at it, obviously 1,000 out of 16,000 should, but it doesn't work like that.
Number wise, yes, you feel like, okay, like that's just 1,000, but then it's still
it doesn't work like that because Instagram, if someone's watching you, they're already on the app. They don't want to go off the app.
Yeah, exactly.
So this thing of taking my audience, it like I realize it doesn't really work like that. You have to find separate audiences.
I think you have.
I'm
you
sure
have found your audience that the people who are interested in short videos, they love your reels. I'm sure.
Yeah, bro. Like I ran into people. I like, bro, I love your reels. Like they have no idea that it's from a podcast. They think like this is how
you do.
This is how I make
just randomly talk like 4-5 lines and just put it.
Yeah. So that's what they think, and now I'm okay with it, bro. Like people who wanna watch podcasts, because podcasts have a different audience altogether, like long form content.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about doing YouTube, then you should start it and like focus on growing your like audience there.
But like, so there was this phase of virality I had, like, because so when I started making reels, I made with zero expectations. Okay, I'm not gonna do this to gain followers.
Yeah.
But it's something I'm doing out of passion, like the whole acting thing and all. So then I made it for 6 months straight without expecting anything.
Yeah.
Probably like I had like gain of like 500 followers, 500, 600 followers. Then suddenly I was chilling with my friends. I was like, you know, the typical Pune thing of smoking up at night, chilling in the parking and all of that. And my phone started to boom.
Oh shit.
Okay, like it started like, so like, I'm like, okay, like what the fuck happened? I opened, then this page, Instant Bollywood.
Oh.
They shared my reel, Hrithik Roshan mimicry. There was this trend going on. Hey, this accent is so sexy. Can you say it again? Like literally everyone. So I did the Hrithik Roshan one, and that got viral. And instant Bollywood shared it. Like they have like 7.3 million followers. I think they had it at that point of time.
Wow.
And my phone blew. Like I realized, okay, that is called virality, because next day it was 5,000. Then within a few more hours it was 6,000 followers, 7,000 followers, and then like I hit 10K within a week.
Yeah.
So that was like, so it like, I also feel like credibility matters. Like when a big page shares your video,
it's just one reel also, bro. So for me, I don't know if like a big page has ever shared my reel. I usually don't look at the reshares. Like you can see the reshares. No?
Okay, yeah.
So I have
number of reshares.
Yeah, and unless they tag you, you don't get a notification.
You don't.
If someone shared your reel.
Yeah, you don't.
So then I usually don't look at that, but it may have happened because like there have been times where I've posted a reel and 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks go by, it gets the usual, and then suddenly
one day, na?
Yeah.
Suddenly.
So I don't know if that's the algorithm identifying that, chal, this is good, let's push this more, or if some big page has shared it. And like I remember I had posted this one reel, it was like 3 seconds long, bro. It was
like for Untriggered.
Yeah, it's just this part where I'm saying, most times when you're getting cheated on, everyone knows, but you don't.
You don't.
Something like that. It's like
that blue. I saw it.
4 seconds long, and like it did well at the start. It got the usual like number, and then suddenly after 2 weeks, it fucking blew up. Like I'm getting 2,000 followers a day.
So that was your viral reel?
Like properly viral. And then there was this other one which this girl was talking about. How she has diabetes, and she's like, now I'm gonna smoke so that I get cancer.
So then cancer wala.
Yeah, and then that blew up, and that got like hate also. They're like, how are you talking about diabetes and cancer?
So that's why you live off the hate. Chalega matlab, I'm getting views, so it's fine.
But then there's so much love also, na. You also must have experienced like people go out of their way to message you, bro.
That is like, you feel damn good when people like send. So one thing I do is like I reply to all the comments.
Same.
All, like
not comments, messages,
DMs I do, but comments, if there are 120 comments, I will reply to all 120 comments, because I believe like in audience retention more than it's important than gaining audience, because it's people get bored and they're like, "Arey, fuck off, he's not, matlab theek hai, ye bahut," like they just get bored very quickly. And then but if you message, like if you reply to them, they feel validated, like they feel okay, like he is like us, he is replying to everyone, he values our comment. So I make sure to reply to, even if there's 120 comment, I reply to all 120.
What do you comment, like what do you reply to?
Emojis? I reply. so like I reply with emojis, bro.
Yeah, just
so like if there are 2-3 laugh emojis, I reply, this that one and laugh, or like 2 laughs, or like typical like.
Bro, there have been times where I've like sat with my phone. Okay, there's laughing emojis.
You don't know what to reply.
I don't know what to say to that.
You just laugh back.
You kind of look like a loser if you like reply with words now. So that thanks, bro.
Thanks. You can't reply thanks to laughing. But then if someone says like love your content, then you can thanks or like heart. Like
but then I'll respond genuinely.
Yeah. But then just laughing, you can't. That look like, I mean, weird if you just say thanks. That look too desperate, like then otherwise, like it's just like I just laugh.
But your content is genuinely funny, bro. So like I can see why. And like there is this thing called likability, okay, in content creators. Like there could be someone who's cracked the best joke in the world, posted a reel, but he's just not likable for whatever reason. I don't know what parameters like define how likable a person is.
That I think even I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely don't even, if when I think, like I see a lot of people who come to me and they're like, bro, I'm posting reels every day, but why am I not getting views? Like, so, and then I see what they're making. Okay, probably it's not that funny, but they're regular. So even if they're regular, Instagram should push thoda, but wo bhi nahi hota. Like I don't know why, but then
with Instagram also can do so much now. The algorithm will reward your consistency, but if it's showing it to 10,000 people and they're scrolling past it, Instagram will also be like, bro, I can't help you now.
That I mean, they, like you said, they only help to a certain level.
Yeah.
But then like
people keep blaming the algorithm, bro, but it's...
Bro, I think it's not it's beyond algo, I feel.
Yeah, the algorithm is pretty good, bro. Like, if you're a good example, you make genuinely funny content and you are getting rewarded.
Yes, like, so I feel like, okay, I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
Because if honestly, bro, if I personally feel if a virality phase hadn't come now, I might have stopped. Like, I don't know, like, there's only so much motivation some guy can like, you know, like have at, 6 months I was making non-stop, but then I really needed a push, and that push is the reason why I'm still making content.
Yeah.
So like, you wait for that push, like you can't expect every reel to become viral.
Yeah.
So you wait for like 2 months, and then that one video gets viral. Okay, I'm doing right. So then, and I try to piggyback on the virality. So if some reel is booming up, I try to make like a video every day.
Yeah.
So then people will view the other ones also.
Yeah.
So that is something I follow.
That is though, yeah, man. You need that thing because you start feeling like a loser, bro.
You do, bro. You do.
Because it's not cool to be a wannabe. Not wannabe. Wannabe has like a negative thing to it. Like a, I don't know, struggling content creator.
Yeah. But now I know ki I'm not a struggler.
Yeah.
Like I have moved past that phase. Like,
yeah, bro. You have one reel which has like 4 million.
Bro, the recent one, are you talking about? This is like 4.1.
Yeah.
And there's the other one, 4.5 million, the Modi one.
Yeah.
That has the max.
That didn't get taken off, or what?
No, it didn't, bro. I was so fucking scared that people will report it because I'm getting comments from Ambala, like, gaan maar denge, ye kar denge and all. I'm scared, bro. So like, but then I was like, so I was this close to archiving that reel. And I'm like, you know what, just fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, then I started posting more. So people kind of forgot about that.
Yeah.
Aisa.
Bro, that though people forget all the time.
People forget.
Like after that Deepika reel, the next reel that I posted, I'm talking about how life is tough and like, you know, you should keep going until you make it.
Switch to motivational.
No, that moment just happened on the podcast and I laughed very hard posting that right after that one. But then like the comments on that were people were like, wow, like this is facts, bro. Facts. Like you hit the nail on the head.
But like, you feel good now when you get like good DMs and people genuinely. So do you feel good when you get recognized? Like, I'm sure you do, but like, has it happened in Pune, being a very small city?
It was a little weird at the start because you're like, you've never dealt with something like that before.
Yeah, people coming and telling you, I've seen you somewhere. Hey, you are that podcast guy now.
Yeah, that's what I get.
Podcast guy now.
Yeah. So
you feel good. Like, you gotta act humble. Like, yeah, bro. I am. Thank you. Thank you.
But then what are you gonna do, bro? You can't jump and like, I say thank you, and then if they say something about it, I'll have a conversation with them.
Right.
But it does feel good, bro, because that's fucking wild. That
it's wild, bro. Like,
people on the street like
recognizing you and stuff, especially like you DJ also, right?
Yeah.
So like, if you like, I'm sure people already knew you because of
not
that.
Not really, bro, because the DJing has always been like a hobby. I've never like done it like a job or something. Like, I play at 1 or 2 venues because I know the people who like run them.
Like High Spirits, and all that.
And I've grown up there, so like it's become a thing. But other than that, DJing is something that I've never like really gotten into. Like, I learned doing it and it's a lot of fun to do, so I do it every once in a while. But this, when people like either comment or send me a DM or recognize me, that just is so much sweeter because here I'm sitting and being myself, bro, and talking for an hour.
Yeah.
And people see that, and for some reason they want to keep seeing that and entertains them. Like, it feels better because they like me for me.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. And when people recognize you, like, you feel a sense of satisfaction. Okay, like,
I'm doing something.
You're doing something.
Yeah.
And like DJing, I'm sure you know Ritviz and all now. Like
I don't know them personally, but I know who they are.
Weirdly, like, Ritviz was like, my mom taught Ritviz math.
Okay.
in his 9th and 10th standard, bro.
In
like,
school?
Yeah. We're from Delhi public school. Like, he doesn't know me, but like, I kind of know him because like, he was like a senior. And like, this was like 2 years ago. So like, when he blew up, everyone, like, whoever knew him, they used to be like, I know him. He was in our school and all. So you do that stuff. But yeah, like, he came to my mom and he was a very like, he was a very different guy. Like nobody thought
he would
blow up.
Yeah. He's doing really well. I remember like he used to play at High Spirits, bro, and like no one knew him. Like there'd be like 4 or 5 people.
4 or 5 people.
Yeah. And he'd like be playing on a Thursday night, which is like not that crowded.
Yeah.
And he'd be doing his own thing. But then he blew up with that one song.
Ud Gaya.
Yeah.
That blew up. That was like.
Yeah, and then everything else he's put out after that.
Yeah. Like I said, like that was his phase of virality, I guess. I mean, we all do need it.
Yeah.
But, like, I also feel like, I mean, some part of me like wants to get into acting, but it's so tough living in Pune, which is like, you gotta shift to Mumbai, but Mumbai is another fucking expensive city.
Yeah.
It's very expensive, bro. Have you lived in Mumbai?
I go sometimes. My girlfriend lives in Bombay.
Okay.
So I visit like once a month.
Which part of Bombay?
Goregaon.
North, it's kind of fine, I guess. Like,
that's where the acting happens.
Yeah. Goregaon, Bandra.
Yeah.
Chuhu, that's where all the actors.
But I love Bombay, bro, as a city. I've been thinking about like eventually moving if I can like afford living there, because bro, for the stuff that I'm doing,
I mean, if this starts paying, bro, then like you should.
Yeah, because
Definitely
the access I'll have to the kind of people over there. Like right now, I talk to some people on DMs, like comedians from Bombay.
Yeah. They respond?
They sometimes they respond, sometimes like they see a reel and they like it. So then I can follow them and message them. Most of them are like nice people, and they're going through their DMs.
Like as a comedian, one part of that I like about they respect other comics or like other people who are trying to do something funny.
It's a very supportive community.
It's a very supportive
because it's a very tough job. So everyone knows like
how much you've grilled to reach where you are right now. Bro, and one more thing is, like, I've seen people do podcasts, but the setup is very unprofessional. Having a very professional setup shows how serious you are about it.
Yeah. But that's what we went for from the start.
That is a very important thing, like creating the entire vibe, the setup. It invites people, like you feel like, okay, I need to be on this podcast.
Yeah, because also for them, they get content out of it. So they know if they come here and say something funny, they'll get a clip out of it and they get to put it on their thing. But we made an effort to make it look the way it looks from the start, only because there are podcasts here, but like, and I get why someone wouldn't do it seriously, because it's expensive to, get microphones.
It's an investment.
And video, though, like you can record with your phone.
Yeah.
That's what I did for a few episodes. Like
you just kept 2 phones?
Yeah. First though, I used to keep 1 phone and I used to do it alone.
Single shot?
Like I'd do the podcast alone by myself. Like I'd be talking alone.
Okay.
And my brother would be like sitting there monitoring the audio. And I'd kept him there so that I'm funny and I make him laugh. So he was kept there just so that I have someone to like throw jokes at.
Right.
Okay? And then I'd pick up like current, whatever is trending.
Random topics?
Yeah, make jokes about it. Like once, I don't know, Kangana had beef with Diljit. And then I did one episode where I'm just talking about like roasting the both of them. And then eventually I started getting my friends on.
Okay.
And my friends, I've known them for like many years and we have good chemistry. And one of them though he's also doing comedy now.
Okay.
So he's naturally funny. And then the other guy, it's just a group of friends chilling.
It's like whatever you talk when you guys are chilling, just talk it on camera.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
Yeah. That's what gets us into trouble also sometimes, because we are talking as if there are no
no filter, like that's the thing. Like even I have these 3 best friends, and the thing is like it is risky to go out with them, because like I'm surprised how we have not been arrested till now, because like the shit we do, bro, it's wild. Like I'm sure that's how you guys are too, right? I mean,
not really. My friends are like,
they say wild. I mean, doing and saying are 2 different things. So like,
my friends say wild shit. They don't get out much.
Like they say the N word a lot, bro.
Your friends.
Yeah, bro. Like, what's up? It's like, that's how they talk on a daily basis. So it gets very this thing, and like,
if you do a podcast, that will be filled with bleeps.
It will be, bro. It will be. Like, I'm scared if I go abroad. Like, I'm so used to saying the N word with them. Like, if it comes out, bro, I'm dead.
That word is tricky, bro, because see, in the US when they say, oh, other people shouldn't say it, I get it, because like black people have gone through a lot over the years, but then so have we as Indians,
right?
So like if struggle and going through shit is what lets you say the N-word, then we are qualified.
It is. And plus like shade wise, they see shade wise also. Like if you see, okay, they're Indian, they're a bit brownish, I think it's fine, but I really don't know if they see it that way, bro.
I don't say it because I'm originally from Iran.
Okay.
So technically I'm Caucasian. So like if I say it, it's wrong in
straight up offensive.
But we've spoken about this before, but I feel like with Indian people and a lot of my friends who have gone abroad, and if they're like darker in complexion, like black people over there have like used it with them and they've used it back and there's been no problems.
Right.
So
the thing is, one of my friends, he was studying in Germany, and then so like he called us over there. So like in 2017, like 3 or 4 of us, like I was just 19 years old, and we had like a mini Europe trip for 12 days, and that was wild, bro, because that was like the first time I'm properly going abroad, and that was directly with friends. So the culture we were exposed to, it's insane. Like the pace, the way they think is just like like the party life, it's just insane. Like
you went to Berlin?
I went to there was a city called Bremen where he was studying. So we went there, then we went to Amsterdam, then Paris, Prague.
Okay, so the best European cities.
Mad. It was a 12-day trip, but then like obviously there was a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
This stuff you can't. I mean, wahan jaake you have to do, but then we went to these red light districts also.
Yeah. In Amsterdam.
So funny thing. So we had planned ki we'll be going to red light districts in Amsterdam and all of that. That was our criteria. Like okay, Amsterdam, so we have to go to the red light district. But we went to the one in like Hamburg. There was this red light district in Hamburg, and that topped Amsterdam, bro.
So
I don't know if it was because we were on ecstasy or something. It was because of that.
That could have been like a part of it, but
I don't know, man. Like I guess till date I won't realize it till I go there again, like without doing ecstasy, if I experience it. But
shit. So how many of you were there?
We were like 3 of us.
You guys went to watch, or you guys actually did shit?
So we didn't do shit, but like I mean, we went to experience, like typical Indians going now, bro. Like we have to like experience it. So first we went to it was a Wednesday, so obviously like there's less crowd and all of that. But so there was this time we had to enter this club. And the guy was like, no, you guys are not allowed and stuff. So we were like, okay, probably stags not allowed. So we spoke to 2-3 random girls and we tried getting in, and he stopped us again. He's like, girls, you can go in. Guys, just stay out. So we were like, okay, wait, bro, something is fucking wrong. And then the girls started arguing with the bouncer, and then they came and they told us, listen, they are just being racist. So like, I'm really sorry, guys, you're stupid. Like, but then you guys go have fun. Don't think about it.
Yeah.
We were high on X, bro. Okay. So my friend who was living in Germany, he's done ecstasy like a lot of times. So it was not, the high wasn't very new to him.
He knew what was happening.
He knew how to deal with the whole high thing. So then me and my friend, other guy, so we were like holding their hands, and we were like, yo, listen, it's okay, so it's fine, thank you for being so sweet. And this guy is like, bro, you're touching her a lot. You guys are touching her a lot. Just stop. We were like, oh shit. So you don't. So we were like, okay, bro, this is like insane. Then I mean, we went for this like private shows and all of that. That was mad.
Damn, bro. But then that another thing about like clubs in Berlin and like in Germany, one of my friends said like some of them, there is someone there and they look at you and they decide if they want to let you in. It does, like, even if you're
look really mad. Going abroad, I realized everyone around you looks better than you. That is so true, bro, because in India it's still balanced, like okay, some look better than you, some don't, but then you go there, like you are the bad looking guy. Like I mean, you feel like that because naturally people are good looking out there, especially Europe people. It's just a factory of good looking guys and girls. So like you enter a club, you're conscious as fuck, like okay, like I can approach her. If this was India, probably I would have in fact you're more confident to approach hot Indian girls out there You know, like
at least you know you have something to talk about.
Yeah. Indians are like, oh, chalega. But then like, it's just so different to approach.
Bro, but I'll tell you, there is something about like Indian men, okay, that women abroad, that they're into that. Like they're I don't know, this thing about like Indian men has always been there, and you think about it, no, you're very unique looking to them. They don't like, they're not used to seeing people who look like you.
Okay.
So like how, like a good comparison would probably be like how we look at Asian women. Like we are attracted, like most guys are attracted to Asian women. But maybe Asian men, they don't see it like that. But Asian men will be attracted to women abroad or like Indian women.
Right.
And another thing is, bro, like I've heard so many of these white people talk about how much they're into Indian women.
Are you serious?
Like how they say shit like Indian women are the most beautiful women in the world. Like I don't know if they're saying it just to like, you know, get the people to like them, or they mean it. But this like differences in looks, there is something about that those people appreciate more than we do.
That is one thing I noticed with Pakis also. They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like I made a lot of Paki friends like when I went abroad, like when I went for those 12 days, and they're very similar to you.
Yeah.
Like the music they listen to, the jokes they crack, the way they talk, it's very similar.
We were pretty much the same country for the longest time.
Yeah, it's just like yahan pe people think okay, they're gonna be so different, but it's just not like that, bro. It's just very awesome.
And all the content they consume is mostly Indian content only.
It is music, movies.
Yeah.
Even like reel wise on Instagram also, I do have Paki audience and they're awesome.
Yeah.
They're awesome. There's a page on Facebook, do you know, it's called Subtle Curry Traits.
I think I've seen it. What's it about?
So like what I do now sometimes, like if I know that something is like doing well on Insta, I try to, you post it on Subtle Curry Traits. It has like 1 million, 2 million ka fan base from Paki.
Is it a group or?
Yeah, it's a group.
Okay.
It's one of the biggest like meme groups. And then like if it gets approved by the admin, you get like good amount of followers.
Shit.
Like you should try that, bro, I feel. It's like,
my content is a little different, bro. From what I've heard, it's mostly like people who watch me, they assume like I'm some South Bombay kid.
You look like one.
But that's because I'm like not from India originally. So maybe that's why. But funny thing is, I went to Iran recently, bro, and I felt the same way. Like everyone is much more good looking than you. Yeah.
Is it just like naturally is something you feel after you leave India, or like is it?
Or maybe the countries that we've been going to.
Yeah, it's just like that.
Yeah.
But especially Europeans, they are very good looking, bro.
Yeah.
They are
like Swedish or just German.
Norwegians are too good, but then like again like we went there to have fun, so it really wasn't. But then, the drugs are mad out there, though.
Yeah, but there's a culture for it, no?
It is. The openness of it really surprised me, actually.
Yeah.
Like Amsterdam, there's a very famous cafe, Bulldog Cafe.
Okay.
Because like they sell like basically it's like you have a menu card for weed, and like it's like so they sell it per gram and all, and then people sit there just rolling and smoking up. So that really surprised me. But then because in India it's just
it's taboo, but it shouldn't be like that, dude, because the more you think about it, the more regulating makes sense.
It does, yeah.
Because here, and this is so proven, like every country that has either like legalized or decriminalized drugs, they've done better with like addiction and stuff.
That is true.
Because first of all, you know what you're scoring. You know what you're getting. Here, if you're trying to get drugs, you don't know what even the like weed that you get here,
it's
don't
not
know.
Good stuff.
You don't know what it is, bro. If it's laced with something else.
Yeah.
Because I've smoked actual proper weed. And what that does to you is different than what you like the local stuff that you get here.
Okay.
Like the effects.
The actual like stuff you did was from India.
No, I'm talking about the local stuff here.
Okay, local stuff.
And like proper weed that I smoked in Iran, because
there's like weed culture in it. Like
bro, it's too common.
Seriously?
Yeah, like in the park, people are sitting.
So is it like, I mean, is there like a certain level of restriction to that? smoking.
I feel like the government has become very like okay with it now because there's bigger problems to deal with. Okay? So like I don't know, but it's very common. I think if the cops see you, they'll trouble you right here and like charge you.
But okay, so Iran is like portrayed to be very strict.
Yeah.
Is it actually strict? Jitna they say it is.
Well, it's not like if you go there, you'd be surprised as to how open it is. Like you don't expect it to be that open because the people are very modern. People are very educated and they're like highly influenced by like the West and America, and people over there, what is sure is that like they hate the West, they hate Americans, they hate all that. It's not like that. The government that runs Iran,
they portray it that way or something?
No, they are their whole thing is that we'll destroy US and we'll destroy Israel. That's their whole thing.
Motive.
Yeah. It's like the West is bad. Everything that comes out of the West is bad. Capitalism is this, that. That is the Iranian government. And it's a very like orthodox religious government. But the people on the other hand are the polar opposite. So
they're chill.
They're very chill. Like they drink, they smoke, they do everything. Like obviously none of it is legal, but you can get everything that you want over there.
It's pretty I mean, apart from the whole government thing, people are pretty similar to Indians only. Mentality, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, Asians in general have a lot of common traits.
Right.
But like Indians and Iranians have always gotten along, bro. This is the historical thing. The countries have had good relations.
Is Irani chai also a thing out there? Like
it's just chai over there. No, but we don't put milk in our tea. It's just black tea.
Black tea.
Yeah, black tea with sugar. That's it.
But like I'm so why is I'm always surprised that the bun maska in an Irani cafe, it's so different.
Yeah.
Like if I just make one at home, I just feel like it just won't taste the same.
Yeah.
I'm just like
I've noticed that too. But the interesting thing about Irani cafes is like how they got that name is in Iran, once this Islamic revolution happened and these religious leaders came and took over, because Iran was a monarchy for the longest time. Like we had a king.
Right.
And Iran was like one of the most modern and westernized. Like if you see pictures from before that time, you won't believe it, bro. Like women in short skirts walking around, and like the president of France, the president of the US, they're all visiting. And Iran was in very good relations with the West. Then these Islamic leaders came and they said, no, the Islam Islam is what's gonna run the country here now. And when that happened, a lot of people fled. People who were following other religions. And one of the main one is Zoroastrians, which are like the Parsis.
Parsis.
Yeah. So most of them fled to Gujarat, India.
Oh.
That's why they speak Gujarati.
They speak Gujarati.
Yeah. And all these people, they came here with no identity. They've left everything back. They've fled the country. And they're here starting new lives. So they don't even have any documents. So their names, their last names, if you've noticed, like furniture wala, so whatever job
business they're doing, whatever job,
that became their name.
Okay.
And then a lot of them started these restaurants where they started serving like bun maska and chai and like
become a culture now.
Yeah, like burji and all of that. So that's how Irani cafes became a thing.
Pune has like suddenly like it's just like filled with Irani cafes like out of nowhere, like it's crazy.
Because they do well, no? They're like you can go there at any time of the day. You go for breakfast, lunch, dinner, you'll get something.
Good food.
Yeah.
Not very expensive. Which school are you from though in Pune?
Spicer.
Where is it?
Spicer is around here only. It's like a Christian school. I went for the first 4 years. There was an Iranian school in Pune. Yeah, because at one point there were around 10,000 Iranian people living in Pune alone. They used to come here to study, and there was something with the governments where Iranian government would send like people here to study, like scholars and like people who did their PhDs, and they're like all on the older side, so 40 to 50 year olds, and they had families. So they'd get the families along, and all these kids who were growing up, they needed a school. So there was an Iranian school.
Iranian school for them.
Yeah. So I went there for the first 4 years that I was in Iran because my parents wanted me to learn my mother tongue as well.
Okay.
Then at the same time, I was learning English on the side. Then in the 5th grade, I joined like an English medium school. Yeah.
I went to DPS. So like,
DPS, so it's everywhere,
it's
bro.
a franchisee, bro.
Yeah.
it's everywhere. It's a meme now. You can DPS has become a meme because
I've seen meme pages like DPS
meme. There are confession pages also. That's what every school has, I guess. It's like, but I did my college from Amity, Mumbai. It's funny thing. It's not even in Mumbai, bro. Because like they say it's in Mumbai, but it's in Panvel.
Okay.
So it's
not
so
Mumbai.
fucked up, but it's not even close to Mumbai. It's like 40-50 kilometers from Mumbai.
Yeah.
And then, so it took me a while to like get used to the whole. I mean, I went for Mumbai, but then I got Panvel.
Yeah.
It's like, but then, then eventually I moved to Mumbai, and it's awesome, bro.
I love it there, bro. The people are also. I've always said this. Bombay people are just much nicer. Like the general people that you run into.
It's true. It's very good for media though. That's why I chose it.
Yeah.
And I did like advertising and all of that.
Yeah.
You've done what have you done exactly?
BBA and IT. So like coding and business on the side. So we had like both business courses and IT courses.
IT course on the side. I mean, like, I really think I should have taken commerce. Like, some part of me always wishes.
You did science?
I did science. But then I gave all my IIT exams. I gave my mains. I gave my mains, VIT, SRM, the typical engineering colleges. Then like last moment I decided I'm not going to do it. And I went for journalism.
Okay.
And mass communication. So from Amity, and then got into advertising and all of that.
Yeah. It was the same for me pretty much. Like for the longest time, I remember I wanted to do like medical. In 11th and 12th also, I dropped math fully and took biology instead. Like I was set that I'll do medical.
Bro, medical, stand up now. That's you got a story to tell.
Halfway through 11th grade, I realized, bro, medical.
It's not for you.
It's a noble profession, but it's a lot of studying. It's like, and then, bro, what's my life going to look like? Like, I'm going to be going to the same clinic every day, doing the same thing over and over again. Bro, I don't want that life.
It's more of people like, so medical sounds cool, but people who are really passionate about really helping out people or, like curing them and like giving something, they do it. So I realized it's not really fun because it takes a lot of dedication and
I respect
them, but like, bro, I'm not going to become a doctor. Like, I respect all doctors, but no, it's not for me.
But the thing with medical students is they're fucking wild, bro. Like, because they study so much, they need to let
it go. Like, they have it.
Yeah. Like, abroad though, like medical schools, their party culture in medical schools is like insane. Yeah.
Seriously. Like, you're talking about undergrads or postgrads, because undergrads party a lot. Postgrad, I don't think they get time also to party.
Because by the time you're doing postgrad, you've already started practicing. Because once you finish your general like MBBS, then you do postgrad if you're doing a specialization into like something specific. So by that time, you're either working in a hospital or you're set already.
Like, dude, that's what I thought about like advertising. So like I thought, okay, advertising is going to be very cool and all of that, but it is like, it's the best example of don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Because like you go there, bro, they grill the shit out of you. Because you go at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., they like come whenever you want, but there is no out time.
Yeah.
So like it's 12 hours, 14 hours of straight work, and especially living in Mumbai, it drains you out. You're tired traveling in the local.
Yeah.
And by the time you reach home, it's 2 hours from the time you left, and then really fucks you up, bro.
But what the work it's a lot of creative work, right?
That's what people think it is now, because it's not. It's ultimately just like listening to the clients. Clients ko ye chahiye, so like give them that. Clients ko wo chahiye. So it's just like, so your creativity is only till a certain level.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you do what the client says, and so feel like, okay, like you brainstorm the shit out of something, like you come up with something really good, and then the client just rejects it. It doesn't work. So that's one reason why I kind of decided to use my creativity on the whole Reels thing, because I am my boss, I am my client. Like I get to choose what goes, like.
And if you're doing well, you're doing well.
Exactly.
If you are a part of an ad campaign and it does crazy good, someone else is getting all the benefit now. You're still getting paid your salary.
Exactly. It's hard to get recognized in an advertising agency.
Yeah. Unless you're really
good.
Yeah.
Like, the client knows that your work is what led them to, really kill it. But then in Reels, it's all. In fact, I didn't even tell my parents I was making Reels for the first 4-5 months.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, what are you gonna tell them, bro? Oh, so I actually.
Bro, like, so, like, I wear for like, the girl part, I wear all that thing on my head and shit. So, like, I used to shoot Reels from 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. like, raat ko, because they used to sleep off.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, they're not going to know. I'm just going to shoot it in my room. And then later I realized, like, what the fuck am I doing? Because, yes, it's hard work, but it's not smart work. Like, there's a very big difference. Because I was getting the response. That is not what I meant. But I'm like, okay, like, how are people doing it? Like, something I might be doing wrong, like, in time management and all of that. So I started doing it in the daytime, like afternoonish, when my mom, dad, they're working and stuff.
Yeah.
So now they know I do, but then they don't know what I do.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
कर रहा है कुछ तो.
And एक दो brand deals मिले हैं. All of that. Like.
That is one thing that I need to learn how to do, like talking to brands and all.
Bro, you don't have to. I guess they get you. So like when you're in the phase of virality, brand, they see your engagement rate.
Yeah.
And they contact you. It's like that. So, like, I was posting constantly, like, I was, but then recently, like, 1 or 2 reels got viral, and then suddenly I'm getting brand deals. And then once it stops, you won't get brand deals at all.
Yeah.
Because they
want to see what's hot at the moment. Yeah.
They want you only for that point of time.
Yeah.
It's like that. So, I mean, you will be getting, bro, I'm sure. Like, once you, and also they expect you to have at least 10,000 followers.
Yeah.
That is one thing. Uske baad then the engagement thing comes.
Yeah. No, I don't really want to do, like, when I say brand work and all, I would want it to be during the podcast only.
This podcast is sponsored by...
Not even, like if I'm having coffee, maybe that the company could sponsor like that. So that it's just seen that I'm drinking that.
Then you can approach.
Then it becomes a lifetime thing now, because right now it gets 500 views, 1000 views. 5 months from now it's gonna have 5000 views.
Right.
Maybe a year from now it'll have 10 to 20,000 views.
Yeah.
So it's like you're paying someone once and you're gonna have an advertisement forever.
So I think then you can really talk to like probably some cup company or something that's gonna show on your podcast for like 1 hour straight.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's see, bro. I'm working on stuff. I was gonna ask you something. So you think you will be doing this like for a long time, just making reels?
That's kind of dicey because reels, yes, I will be doing it. Thing is like, I'm scared to come out of it. Like,
doing something else?
No. So thing is like, it's like gymming, bro. You get the body, you get the physique, then you're scared to lose it all.
Yeah.
It becomes like that. Like, it's like an addiction. Like, you do it, you're liking the success, you're liking the followers, you're liking the response. If I stop, then like, it'll all go.
Yeah.
So, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. Ki like, not a bad thing, I would say, but then like, getting out of it is tough.
Yeah.
Because you're like something really, like, for example, if I get a movie tomorrow, then coming out of it makes sense. But then like...
Yeah. But bro, you look at guys like Will Smith, who is still doing TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, he's so accomplished.
His was reverse. I think he became an actor first, then he started making reels. So he's an actor first.
Yeah.
I think I'm a content creator first.
Yeah.
So that's like, I need to do something bigger than this so that people like still love this, but they know that that's my main thing.
But now you've realized that people like you. That much so you know. People, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
So now if you do any other form of work also, that will like you have at least that much validation ki theek hai, at least people will give it a chance.
That they will. Like work in the sense what? Like
if you started doing YouTube.
No, that they will. That I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like I know my audience will respect. They will know if I'm doing something, it will be good. Like you said, the transition might happen.
Yeah.
Like, to YouTube.
Well, do you want to do YouTube eventually?
I want to. I really
what
want
kind
to,
of
like,
content?
Like there was this phase when I did blogging, but again it's just too much commitment because like you gotta edit every. Like I thought of daily vlogging, then I thought alternate day vlogging, then I thought 2 days a week vlogging,
weekly
vlogging.
Yeah.
Then I stuck to weekly vlogging for like 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And then like I stopped because like quarantine happened.
So
and then ghar se baith ke what content can I create? Like I even went to like investing. Like I got 3-4 skateboards. I'm like trying out this skateboard while I vlog, this vlog. But then like to a point like just forcing content and like feels really fake.
Yeah, that's the exact same thing happened to me. I started vlogging before I started podcasting. I put out like 10 to 15 vlogs.
Okay.
And with that though, I went in with a vision. I was like, I don't want a daily vlog. I don't want to show like basic stuff. Like let's just do wild shit.
Like random shit, na?
Yeah, like if we're drinking, then I'm vlogging that, and like everyone's doing extreme, like chugging beer and. Then I was like, bro, this is not my lifestyle. I don't do this
Exactly. Like you see Logan Paul and all of them,
David
and then you get
Dobrik
inspired. Bro, David Dobrik vlogging is really got me wild.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, bro, I need to ask my friends to be as wild as his friends, but they're not.
Yeah, they're just
like,
not, bro.
I cannot force the fuck out of them to like do this shit, do that shit. Like, they are naturally like that.
Yeah.
So that's a different thing. So I realized I personally feel Indian audience is not that wild.
Yeah.
To give that level of content for vlogging.
Because it's something that's not relatable. ठीक है? You notice
that is not.
No one does that. A very few people do that and they don't have time to sit and watch these vlogs.
Yeah.
Like they are doing their own
that
shit.
Is true.
They're
that
living their own vlog.
That is true. They are at high spirits probably getting drunk right now, but they won't watch the vlog.
Yeah. So I realized, I was like, bro, let's stop being stupid. Like I was doing shit where I was putting my hand on the dartboard and making my friends like throw darts at it. And I got hit, bro. Like I'll show you the thumbnail after. It's like my hand is like bleeding and stuff.
But did it get views? Like itna you
I was averaging like
that particular
yeah, I was getting like 1,500 views and all per vlog.
I guess that
but it's okay. You can't expect to like blow up suddenly, bro.
That you can't.
That doesn't happen. People do blow up suddenly, but if you notice, they've done like content for 10 years before that. Yeah. And then they have suddenly blown up.
Yeah. Stand-up blows.
Yeah.
Bro, you should upload your stand-up. But if you're doing an open mic, that could
But then see, the thing with what stand-up is, let's say I post a YouTube video and it goes viral, like fucking millions of views. People are gonna approach me to do shows then. And I won't have enough material.
Because
right now I have barely like 4 to 5 minutes of material that I know works. Other than that, everything else is experimental. You need to do at least 100 to 150 open mics, bro, to like be able to record and just
get that confidence. I'm sure you're confident enough, but then like to get
no, bro, being on stage is different. Like people staring at you and they're like, make me laugh. They're not sitting there to chill. They've paid money to come and watch.
You take your friends with you?
No, not really. Because either if I'm probably not gonna get an honest response from them because I'm their friend, so they'll laugh. And after also, and another thing is if I'm taking my friends or if someone's close to me, I want to impress them. I don't want to go there and look like a loser.
You can take them once you're famous and like
once I know I'm doing well, I'll take my parents, I'll take my friends, whoever. Like at that point, it's proven. People are paying to see me.
But then I mean, so coming back to the whole Reels thing, yes, like I will continue it like as long as I can. Because I respect what it's given me till now, bro. Because something that I didn't have all these years. Finally, if Reels and my content creation is giving me that, It's not difficult. It's not easy to throw it away. So like, I will do it. Like at least some form or the other, I will make content.
Yeah. But bro, nowadays though, I've said this thing a lot of times. Almost everyone is a content creator. Even if they have private accounts, they are making content.
Yeah.
Like pictures have reduced. People just posting pictures. It's switched to reels. Like even if you're going out, you'll make a reel out of your
That's true. Like
trip.
Cut paste like you would do me. But that. So do you like? I personally sometimes feel ki like random girls or guys, they just dance for 10 seconds and that reel gets like millions and millions of views. But like you're making an effort, like genuine effort for 2-3 hours to make good content.
Yeah.
And then that gets like what 10,000, 12,000 views. So that is kind of upsetting.
But there are different forms of like entertainment. Both at the end of the day, you're doing it to entertain people. They're doing it to entertain people.
Yeah.
Right? And one thing is, we as humans have always been fascinated with dance. That is my theory as to why dancing reels or TikToks have been doing so well. Because even if you're scrolling and you see someone dancing, you're likely to see it fully.
That's true.
Because you're just fast. And if someone's doing it well, though, you'll want to.
Well, though, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And another thing is with like dances that trend, you kind of know what to expect from the dance. You know the song that's playing. So you want to see, let me see this version. Let me see how they're doing it.
Then it becomes a trend. That's what I'm like. Yeah.
So what's interesting is that the predictability of it makes it better. Whereas our content, the more unpredictable it is.
Right. So I use the trend to make it unpredictable. Like.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, like you make fun of a trend. Like people are expecting, okay, this is how a trend goes.
Yeah.
But then I do this.
Yeah, that's one of the basic things in comedy. It's giving it a flip. Like, you know, someone is expecting you to say something. You say the opposite of that. Suddenly your brain is surprised. The first instinct is a laugh.
Right. Because you didn't expect that line to come after.
Yeah. So.
But do you think you can learn how to be funny? Because like.
You can learn how to write jokes. You can't learn how to be funny. Like there is one quote that good comedy is a funny guy saying things and not a guy saying funny things.
Very true.
So if someone is just funny from the beginning, they could just get on stage, tell you about their day, and you will be like funny, rolling on the floor. There is this guy called Joey Diaz. I don't know if you know him.
I don't know him.
He is this comedian. He's like this old dude, Cuban dude who like moved to the States when he was young, like illegally, and then like did all sorts of crimes, sold drugs, kidnapped people, and then eventually got into doing stand-up. So now he just gets on stage and tells stories.
His life story.
Yeah, just he says he could be traveling to the venue and something happened on the way.
So just make
his material is ready. Like he can go talk about 10 minutes and people are losing their shit. Like he's
converting anything into comedy.
He's just funny. Like no matter what he says, he's a funny guy. Like whoever is watching this, go and just type in Joey Diaz funny moments compilation, bro. You will die. He doesn't do setup, punchline, nothing. Like there are comics who sit down and they write for hours and hours. And they also do well, but then it's just very different.
There's another guy called Schulz.
Yeah.
That guy is in freak, bro. That guy, he kills the audience.
He's blown up, bro. Like
the last 1 year. Yeah. I think since the COVID, since pandemic time, he's blown up. Because I've been following him since like he used to do small shows. But now he's getting specials and all of that.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it. Like, he just picks up a random audience member and he roasts the shit out of
his muscle, the comedy muscle is very strong. And it's been worked on for years and years.
He knows everything about every culture, every city, every state. Tomorrow you crack jokes. I mean, he'll crack a joke on Punjabis, Maharashtrians and all of that. He knows. That's being aware, I think, is very important as a comedian.
Yeah, because once he's said that, like if he's in a crowd, especially in the US, where you don't expect this white man to know about my culture. So even if he mentions it, and it doesn't even need to be funny at that point, because you're already happy that he's saying it. So no matter what joke he makes after that, you're gonna lose it.
Even if he says about Punjabi, he's aware, he knows about Punjabis. So that thing happens.
That's what made Russell Peters also the huge deal that he is. He knew about every culture.
He has a huge Indian audience, Russell Peters.
Because he's
half Indian.
He's fully Indian.
He's fully Indian.
Yeah, they're Anglo-Indians from Calcutta. Moved to Canada. He's grown up there. But his parents are Indian. Both of them. But Schulz, bro, he's obviously funny, but he's cracked the content game also.
That is true.
Like, I am very inspired and by Schulz and the way, like, even the way I edit, I'm inspired by the way they do their podcast clips. Flagrant too. So I study the material, like the content, like how often are they making cuts, like how often is the camera switching, when are the subtitles coming. Because
that's also very important. The cuts are very important, right?
Yeah. So he's cracked it, and he talks about it when he does like other podcasts, and if he's doing an interview, he says how, and that's why everything he puts out is a viral clip. It could be a stand-up clip. Even the way he cuts his stand-up is very interesting. It's different from other people. That's what made him very huge, because he noticed that, bro, people are posting very long clips. He's like, I could do a 1 hour long special. Most people don't sit through the 1 hour.
Yeah.
I'll put 2 minute long videos of this
from his like whole like what do you call it? The whole audience interaction he does.
Yeah. So that's a unique experience that will never happen again. So he's not even losing the material that he's written.
Exactly.
Because if he says something and posts it, that joke is burnt. Like, you can't perform it live again.
You won't do it again.
Yeah.
You won't do it again.
So then he figured that these are all unique experiences and I can post them. So.
And he has this thing of being insensitive as fuck. Like, he cracks religious jokes, racist jokes and all of that. And he knows, again, like, I think this is very cool because he knows his audience. Like, he's so free. Like, he trusts that his audience is not going to get offended. And no one, I feel, has ever gotten offended when it comes to, like, racist jokes or religious jokes that he cracks, because he roasts, like, without any filter.
Yeah.
And
so in comedy, there's this one thing called punching up and punching down. Okay. Yeah. So if you look at the level of privilege as like a ladder, okay, where there are underprivileged people and there's privileged people on top, like billionaires on top and like proper poverty at the bottom. That is a ladder. So you look at where you are on that ladder.
Right.
So if you're in the middle somewhere and you're making fun of poor people or black people who have been like, gone through some struggle in the past, you're punching down. But if I'm making jokes about someone like if I'm making jokes about Jeff Bezos, that's punching up, and no one's going to get upset over that. Like, punching up usually doesn't upset people. Punching down is what upsets people. Now, Andrew Schulz figured out something. He punches down all the time. But at the same time, in the US, because of like this woke culture and the government saying you can't say this, you can't say that, he's kind of punching up also because he's going against that.
That's true. He's balancing it out, that's what you're saying.
He knows that he is going against these powerful people who are saying you shouldn't say this, you shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
So then people support him for being as open as he is. So when he did the thing during COVID, those rants where he would take like a topic and just do jokes after jokes after jokes, that made him huge because he was talking from both sides. He wasn't taking one side. So then in the comments, you'd see like Justin Bieber and fucking Dwayne Johnson like commenting under his post and sharing his shit.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big. And he's blown. Like, right now, celebrities like recognize him. Like, he chills out with actors and stuff.
He's done it all. Like, he's selling out arenas when he does comedy. And he did all of that just by doing content, bro. Like, he's not the funniest comedian in the world. There are guys who are much, much better than him, but like not at a fraction of the success that he has.
And I also feel that stand-up comedians, when they like Indian stand-up comics, like when I see that they're making reels, they're funny, but like not too funny.
Yeah.
Like
as in you're like you'd never actually laugh like loudly.
you don't like okay cool, that's funny, that's it. But then like it's like they're converting the stand-up script into a reel. Like
they're going for the relatable
stuff.
Because that is the easiest way to get people to watch a reel is by making it relatable.
Yeah, people watch, they get views. But so getting views doesn't mean you're being funny. That's one thing. One thing I've realized. Like there are so many times when my reels have gotten views, I'm like, okay, this wasn't that funny.
I know
why the fuck did this one get a view? Get views? So that happens, and then sometime when I'm like, and like we spoke, when you expect something to be too funny and it doesn't work. So that thing.
But relatability is the easiest hack.
And Bollywood culture. When you case Bollywood actors and all of that.
Even cricket, if you talk about like cricketers, or if you do like an impression of a cricketer, that is going to blow up. So maybe that you can look into doing that.
I have done Dhoni. That was my second reel.
Okay.
I mimicked Dhoni, and that did pretty well.
I
mimicked Dhoni. But my strong point is mostly towards Bollywood. So I stick to that. But then you case people, or you do something that's ongoing. Like there was this whole thing where due to Omicron, people are popping Dolo.
That I've seen that reel.
You've seen that reel. So then I'm like, okay, I need to do something on the Dolo 650 thing.
But bro, you got that idea. That idea is not like a phenomenal out of the box idea. It was common. Like I'm sure a lot of creators thought about it and they made.
I'm sure there are a lot of Dolo reels.
But like to pull it off the way that you did, like there was so much happening in that reel. You were doing like an impression of that waiter who's like, and bro, even saying those words, like I can't do that. Like I can't speak that fast, or at the same time make it funny. So like there's a lot of effort that's going into the stuff that you're making. And I think that's one of the reasons you're doing it. It's not lazy content.
And I feel that expressions also really make a big difference. Like, so a lot of times I get a comment saying your expressions are so on point. So expressions really make a big difference, bro. Because people say things, but if you can't act it out, I think like you're not balancing it out. But sometimes I just don't say shit and I just give out an expression, and that's funny. So I feel expression really does make a difference.
That comes back to the stuff that I said, different elements in a reel. Expressions are one, the voice that you're doing, what you're seeing on camera. If you have put like if you are doing the girl thing and you've put something on your head, that is another element. So like all of those work perfectly together to make it this 1 15-second piece of good content.
That's true. And like one more thing is I have like characters in my reels. Like recurring characters. Like dads, mom, PT teachers. Like, so these are recurring characters. Recurring characters, again, like for example, if I'm like that, like I think 2 weeks ago I made this reel on Punjabi rappers. So I put up a story introducing Balwinder Singh.
Okay. You made your own character.
Now Balwinder Singh is aka Ballu. So like he's become a character. So now whenever I say tonight 8:30 Ballu reel dropping, so they know I'm getting that character back.
Fuck bro, that's really.
So you gotta do stuff like that, bro.
That though I've seen, like when it's pulled off, it does really well. One of the examples that I can think of. Do you remember Superwoman? She had the parents,
bro,
that she would. Like, bro, she's fucking cringe right now. But back then, she was the shit.
She was the shit.
She went full on liberal after that. Like, she got a platform. So she's like, now I have to change the world. The content sucks now. But that shit, I used to watch every video.
Bro, because it was genuinely funny as fuck.
Varun Thakur also had that character. Kritik Roshan was one, and the other Vicky this side. He did that character, and that character blew up to a level where he started doing that character on stage. So he had a show where he'd do his jokes for half an hour, and like 10-15 minutes he'd go back in, put the glasses, wear the leather jacket, play the character, like make jokes in that character.
Same thing with Bhuvan Bam, na? I think Bhuvan Bam started this whole multiple characters ka like whole in India. I feel like I mean I personally don't remember anyone who was doing it before, like the creating a script or like a sketch, a comedy sketch with multiple characters, like acting it out. I think Chacha ji, Mama ji and all of that, teacher and all, Master ji and all. So that thing he created, and I don't know what he's doing right now. I don't think he stopped with making like.
I'm sure he's involved in a lot of other stuff. Yeah, because once you make it that big, the opportunities that come to you, like with comedians, their biggest, I think for a lot of them, their biggest source of revenue is writing, not even the stand-up itself. Because once you have established that you're funny, there's people who are going to
get other ventures now.
Yeah, they'll come to you, they'll say, write jokes for us. So all these award shows that you see, Bollywood.
You saw the video, recent one that came.
Which one? Oh, the podcast.
The award show. No, so he had like Sapan Verma and all of them are just about writing for award shows.
Yeah, that was very interesting.
That was very interesting.
Because I didn't know. I knew that the stuff was written, but I didn't know it was like
written by EIC and like AIB people.
Yeah, and everything is written. Like
reactions.
The way the show is going, that's also written. Where like they two actors hug or whatever. All of that is told to them. Like do this, do that.
And like you remember one time he said like the script got fucked when like I think Madhuri Dixit or something.
No, Bipasha Basu.
Bipasha was in the washroom.
She wasn't there.
And they just like, agar ye hoti, to ye bolti karke. They changed that thing. But then,
that reminds me of how I said like comedy is not about like someone saying funny things. It's about a funny person saying things. With Shah Rukh Khan,
he's the best example.
Yeah. Everything is written for him. Jokes are okay, bro, but the way he delivers them, bro.
He's so witty. It's so fucking. He's very good. He doesn't try to be funny.
He just is. And when he talks, you listen, bro. Like if he's doing an interview and it pops up on my feed, I'm going to watch it. If it comes on my YouTube, you know, this random Bollywood videos.
Snippets of just Shah Rukh Khan saying stuff. I'll keep on watching. Yeah. That's why people fan-guy and like fangirl on the whole wittiness of SRK and like the way he talks. It's awesome.
So charming.
To listen.
Yeah. We spoke about this on the podcast the other day, that he's one of the few guys that it's not just that he has fangirls. Even guys love him. And that is very rare, bro.
That is very true, bro. He's that guy who has genuine respect from people.
Yeah.
Like when shit went down with the whole like Aryan Khan thing and all of that, people genuinely like respected and like wanted.
Yeah, it's like someone from our family is going through a tough time.
You can't see him going through something. He's such a nice guy. Vaisa.
That's because of all the good memories that we associate with him now. Like when you were kids and just watching a Shah Rukh Khan movie was such an experience.
Yeah. But Shah Rukh Khan, it's been a while since he's given a hit. Yeah, like I'm waiting for the next one.
He's the new
Akon
one
or something, no?
Yeah, with John Abraham.
Big hit was, I think, My Name Is Khan. Like
that was the last really good film that he did.
And solo hit. Like think about it, because like a Happy New Year didn't do that well. Yeah. Like and like I don't know, man.
He did Jab Tak Hai Jaan. He did Rais.
Rais was a commercial success, but not a critical.
Yeah. Like good films?
Yeah, like genuinely good that won awards.
No, My Name Is Khan and Chak De.
After 2010, I meant.
Okay.
Like not before. I'm sure like there are so many other movies, but like 2010 ke baad, I feel is just My Name Is Khan, and I think like you said, Jab Tak Hai Jaan.
Yeah.
One.
Ravan also, it wasn't like a.
Ravan was a flop, bro.
It was cool to see some of the stuff that they were trying.
Yeah.
Like as a kid.
It was an experimentation done by Bollywood, and it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like you said, but then.
And they got Akon to do the music, so that was a trip. Yeah, bro, that song is such a banger. Like still, when it plays, like people.
It's catchy. You gotta give that, bro. Yeah. Like, and people, literally, I know some people who legit saw the movie because Akon was singing in that one song.
Yeah.
Because like people.
Akon was such a big deal. Like
what happened to him, man? Like I mean, he's such a.
I think it's the case of like you do so well that there's nothing else you can do, bro. Like everything he was putting out was number one hit, and then he was just like bro, I finished it.
He's that guy I should download lyrics for. Print out lyrics and like smack that.
Yeah. Yeah, take it to school.
Take it to school, show off your, like,
Yeah.
you remember his lyrics. Temperature also same.
Yeah. Sean Paul. Sean Paul is also one of those guys who was like huge. Now he just does these features in these songs and
Yeah,
he
yeah.
does the same verse in every song.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's the same
You
three.
know
four
it's Sean Paul singing.
Yeah.
Like
him,
he-
Pitbull.
Pitbull and all. They have
Yeah.
this thing. But then, yeah, like, I think the whole, like, Akon was very cool. I guess
Yeah.
Akon, Snoop Dogg wala culture was like very cool.
Even the music was like genuinely good music, like so catchy, and like he has a very unique voice.
Less
also.
auto-tune, na?
That is his actual voice, I think.
Exactly, like, it was very raw.
Yeah.
Now it's just like...
Yeah, and he did all kinds of music. He did party music. He did like heartbroken songs also, where he's like his girl has broken up with him.
Lonely and all of that.
Lonely.
I wanna make a...
Yeah. Yeah. So he had a very unique, like, music.
You
sense of
cater to
music.
different audience, na?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, but I don't... Bro, honestly, now, my personal opinion, like, 2016... After post 2017, 18, very few music good. Like
something that
very
you
few.
listen to. You can like now. I open my Spotify. I don't know what to listen to. I listen to podcasts instead. I'm like, chalo, at least I'll learn something.
Bro, I go back to my top. Like I still play like top 2017 songs, top 2016 songs.
Yeah.
And so 2022, all songs are bad. So like I go to 2021. So Spotify releases your top 21 2021 songs. I listen to the same shit again. So I really don't know what's going on, man. Bollywood also the same thing. They're not making good music.
But then the thing with Bollywood is that now we don't expect music to come out of Bollywood. There's independent artists, like Indian artists who are like Indian hip hop. I listen to. Or just even for like Hindi songs, there's a lot of people just making music. It doesn't have to be in movies anymore.
Singles are the new.
Yeah. Before, for the longest time, Bollywood monopolized like music. So if it's not in a film, you're not gonna hear it unless it's like an exceptional. So like where Kailash Khair would put out an album and people would listen to it because
the other way around.
Yeah. Now people. That's because of the internet also. Now we have access to so much music.
And like a lot of music. Bro, like Reels is really giving the push to music.
Yeah.
Like old music, like 2016, 15 music are like getting...
Yeah.
They're suddenly booming right now.
Yeah.
Because like, again, like because of Reels and all of that.
Because it works in a reel.
It works. Like the song Playdate.
Yeah.
It's apparently a very old song. Not a very old song, but 2016, 17 ka song.
Yeah.
That blew up like last year.
Yeah.
So... It's just weird how Reels work.
That's what they're like TikTok and Reels, that they're doing the work of what record labels used to do in the past. Because record labels, their main thing was to promote the music. Right? They would pay for the advertisement, they put it on playlists. Now I can sit and make a song at home. Okay?
Yeah.
A bunch of people, if they make a reel about it, the song is out there now.
That's true.
So you don't need anyone else to push your music.
You use that trending music in your reel, you're getting views.
Yeah.
You know what people are doing nowadays? So like, if it's a reel without music, like if it's just me talking, alright? So like, what they do is they add the trending audio into the reel and they reduce the volume.
Oh, put it on 0.
Put it on 0 or 1.
Yeah. Fuck.
So technically, your reel is still getting pushed out in the trending content automatically.
Damn.
It doesn't recognize the volume. It recognizes the song.
I didn't know that.
Bro, this is something I've just go and check out these like Insta like content creators who have like 500,000, 600,000 followers who are making funny content. You'll see random song like Dube, Gheraiyan, but the reel does not have the song.
Yeah. Fuck. Maybe we should try doing that because
It's a knack. It's a knack. It's a cheat code.
Yeah.
You can do that, but I feel like okay, I have to be organic. I feel like I'm just, but then
nah, bro. I feel like
I might use it too.
If you get hacks like that, you use them. What I do is I edit it on the computer and I post it. So I put the music here only, and then in that audio section I write full link in the bio. Full episode link in the bio.
What you do is use this music like when you edit it, but then when you go and upload it on Instagram, the reels is just add music click karke, add the trending music and reduce the volume. So this will be there.
Yeah. Damn, I'm gonna try that.
Try this, bro. So a lot of people are doing this. Like it's
Yeah.
just pushing out content.
Yeah.
It's a cheat code. So it's
There are a lot of people who are making content about making content, and that is also doing really well. There is this thing, this channel on YouTube that you should check out. It's called Colin and Samir.
Okay, what is it about?
There are these two guys who break down content. So like they'll take content creators who are doing really well, and they'll break down the content from like zero to from where they started to where they are now. So like they'll take Mr. Beast, they'll take Andrew Schulz, they'll take like all these content
How
creators.
they've grown?
No, they'll analyze the content. They'll be like, they did it like this. This is what they tapped into. This is like their editing style is like this. It's very cool. And then they on YouTube they post shorts also about hacks of how you can. Now one thing that they have said, you've seen those looping reels or what?
Don't.
So like the reel, it starts from a point, and when it's about to end, it'll end by someone like if they're either saying, so the thing about this is, and then it goes to the start of the reel because it replays and it feels like it's going on and on and on.
Oh.
So,
I've not come across these looping ones.
I'll show you, and that does a lot, bro, because people sometimes they don't realize that it restarted, so they watch it twice.
Oh, bro, this is
Yeah,
cheat
bro,
codes like these, man.
People think like reels and all is till one point it's about talent and all, but after a point, like
You gotta know how to
drag
in the. There's another thing. What I do is, so I told you like I reply to every comment. So I reply right before I'm posting my next reel.
Oh, so that they
come.
Yeah.
Like you're replying automatically, like they check, right? Like okay, like what has he replied?
Yeah.
Stuff like
and
that.
then you are on
and
the
then
profile.
they come, okay, he's posted too.
Yeah.
And then they check the reel. So it's like I'm kind of like inviting them to view my reel.
Yeah. That's so smart, bro. Because
that's what I do.
What I used to do is I would reply to the comments, and then after a few days I'd go and like the comments so that they get a notification again. They're like, oh, then if they click on that, the reel's opened again.
Yeah.
So they're seeing it again.
Vaisa.
Yeah.
But this is like I use this to I use it to make them view the new content.
Yeah.
Vaisa. And do you know that when you post reels on story, and the amount of views you're getting on the story also counts as views.
That's why content creators repost old reels.
Like
then that gets a boost again, and maybe
exactly that. But there's one other thing. What I do is, what even you can do is, when like if my reel is ending with something, it's ending with a banger. Like for example, if you remember the Farhan one, the first one I made, so it was something like अगर किसी की बिना डेट करे किसी की गर्लफ्रेंड बन के उनकी जिंदगी गांड मार दी है तो कंगना हो तुम. So okay, there's this another thing, knowing when to stop a humor.
Yeah.
Alright, so if you finish a funny sentence, it stops being funny. So people are ending with a non-funny note.
Yeah.
Like 1.1 millisecond ka non-funniness.
Yeah. In the end.
Yeah. So I cut it at Kangana ho.
So
people know tum will come automatically. So if I say tum, then the joke is over.
Yeah.
Like you should never. I personally I do not finish a joke.
Yeah.
So like again, like this, I thought about this, like when you said the whole loop thing. Like it keeps them still intact.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when you finish it, I don't know. When you say Kangana ho, like I feel like they'll view it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they feel okay, it's not finished yet, but then obviously it's Kangana ho tum. They know that.
Yeah, bro. Fuck.
But
this episode is going to be so valuable for people who are starting out content or
bro, I really want to educate them as much as possible because I'm still learning. I have not.
Yeah.
I'm a beginner and I really want to.
Bro, but that shit like hits different when you like learn a technique, use it, and it works, bro. You're just like, fuck.
Yeah, because obviously I know that not everyone's gonna DM and ask you how do you do this, because they also think okay, you're not gonna reply.
Yeah.
But I want to help as much as possible, and it's a community.
Yeah.
And
they're not competitors,
bro. I'm always like creators sharing creators. It's what's gonna help them grow. Like once, bro, like Sahil Shah shared my reel, and I was like, it just like,
Yeah.
I was shocked. Sahil Shah and Jose, you know,
Yeah,
Jose,
yeah.
they both shared my reel, and that was one of the coolest moments.
Yeah.
That was crazy, because automatically when a verified account follows you, or like they don't follow me, but like when they share your stuff,
Yeah.
you it's again sense of validation that okay, fuck,
Yeah.
they did
How
it.
did they tag you?
They tagged me. That's why I know. Or else I wouldn't have known. But like, I mean, probably. But if one of my friends if they were following Sahil Shah, then I might have gotten to know. But
Yeah.
they tagged me, and then that's how I know. But tagging is very important.
Yeah, but then it's not because you see something and do you share other people's stuff on your stories usually?
Other people's
like
other
just
content
reels.
creators?
Just doesn't have to be other people.
Actually,
just
no,
other
yeah,
reels.
actually, no, I should start doing.
No, it doesn't matter if you don't want to do it. But then once you're sharing it, you just click share and add to story. Done. You're not gonna see the account, and that's an extra step.
Exactly. That if someone's actually typing out your name and like emojis with that, they're taking an effort.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then like there's this one more thing I have to tell you, bro. About this whole shit, like it just like went off my mind. Bro.
That happens.
It's about verified something regarding whole verified account thing and how it really makes a difference, because like when you reshare of something, a verified, like if a verified account has shared your thing and you reshare it on your story, again like you're drawing attention, like वैसा तो होता ही है.
It's like, look at me, I got validation. I am funny. This guy thinks I'm funny. He has a blue tick and he thinks I'm funny.
He thinks I'm funny.
Yeah.
And one more thing is like pinning comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, I yaad aa gaya. So I was gonna say hashtags are very fucking important, bro.
Really?
Hashtags are so important.
But how do you... Okay, chal, we'll discuss hashtag strategy and like wrap, because it's been 1 hour.
It's been 1 hour?
40 minutes.
What?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I thought it's just been like 50 minutes or something now.
No. What about hashtags?
Hashtags... Do you use hashtags? Because hashtags
I use like 2-3 basic ones, like hashtag podcast clips, but that is... I know that's not making...
So there are these mass hashtags, reels Instagram, reel it, feel it. So these hashtags, like you have this number 31.1 million, 30 million. So like, so this it's an additional push. See, I won't say like hashtags are everything, but it's again the catalyst that you need. I think. I feel hashtags.
But how do you go about like finding the hashtags that you want to put? Do you just put...
I have 15 fixed hashtags. The rest 5-6 of them are related to the reel.
Okay.
Like if I'm making for like Farhan, it'll be hashtag Farhan, hashtag Bollywood, hashtag Bollywood memes, hashtag Bollywood reels, something like that. Like if I'm making about teachers, hashtag school memes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So 5 to 6 of them should be related to the video, and the rest I post is very generic one. And also putting in a bio that, bro, like also people really underestimate the power of the reel captions. So if I'm making a Mumbai reel, I'll tag all the Mumbaikars.
Yeah.
So
call to action.
See, thing is like people might share it even without you telling them.
Yeah.
But then like when they see, you'll be like, like click.
Yeah.
It'll click. So even if 3-4 of them do, they share it, and those 3 may say like 2 of them do. So it's like a cycle.
Yeah. But something that with your content is like, it's okay to like it. People will put it on their stories. People will tag people. People will share, comment. What I'm noticing with my content, there's a lot of support, but it's like hidden support.
Like hidden?
So like the shares are very high. Okay. But then some of the stuff that I'm saying, it's a little like...
Controversial.
Not even controversial. It's like you don't want to be known that... You don't want other people to know that I find this funny. You know?
So true.
Like some of the stuff that I say is like
so
explicit. So like you don't want to... Like you don't want your comment to be there. You don't want... You'll send it to your friends.
Yeah. Alag say you'll send, but you won't post on your story because...
Yeah, because then you're like, oh, what? Because everyone's trying to be someone on social media. No?
And they'll think, okay, this is the kind of thing you find funny, bro. This is
yeah. So I've made my peace with it. Like I know, chal, theek hai, people are supporting in their own way. They're sending it to their friends. But I know that, but like some stuff which I say and it's like, okay, they'll post it. Like, which there's nothing explicit. It's just a random, relatable.
But you're speaking facts, bro. Most of the times, like I've seen your snippets, they're facts. So like, it's gonna be like people are gonna think, okay, yeah, fuck, this is so true.
Yeah.
But like, what if I am the only one who's thinking this is true?
Yeah.
That is the consciousness that clicks in, and then probably,
you
know,
or they'll DM me and they'll say, oh bro, I relate to this. Or so I'm like,
closed under so you're getting the support, like you said.
Yeah. But then this is until you're small, and then once you become big and it becomes cool to be like, this guy, I follow this guy.
Then you say whatever, like it's fine. Then you say, then again you grow your own audience. You get your own audience of people who are not offended. Yeah,
so I have realized there is a gap in the Indian content scene, or maybe I just haven't seen a lot of it, where there aren't enough people who are just unfiltered, talking whatever. Maybe it's about sex, maybe it's about like relationships, maybe it's about whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'm not always trying to say the right thing. I'll say what I believe in. And what I found is that a lot of people feel the same way, but they're scared of saying that. So when they see me saying it, they're like, fuck, he's our guy. Like I relate to him, and he's not scared of saying these things.
That is true. That is true. That's like I said, a sense of like you grow a community.
Yeah.
And then it's about ratio. Like, for example, now you're 5.5 thousand followers. Like probably when you hit 15,000, 20,000, 10,000 of them, or like 18, like not 18, but 12,000 of them are gonna be people who are part of your community who don't get offended.
Yeah.
Rest you really can't do anything about.
It's all about finding your audience.
Yeah.
Anyway, bro, this was a lot of fun. Insane. The time flew by, and I'm really, really impressed by how much like effort that you put into it and how much you study about the work that you're doing. Because I thought you would be just, posting content. Oh, I find this is funny, let me record. Like the stuff that you do on camera is impressive by itself, but now I've noticed that there is work that goes, the way you're putting it out, and everything that you've said about like how to grow your page or the things that you do, that's very impressive.
Thank you, bro. And I really understand the amount of effort you put as someone who's like having people over podcast, because this is not easy.
Yeah.
This is really not easy, because people think coming to podcast is just about talking and then like leaving. But the setup, it's again like behind the scenes, nobody knows about it. But then
but it's a lot of fun, man. It's fulfilling. Like I get to have conversations like this with different people, and just like you make friends for a lifetime after.
It is like refreshing.
Yeah.
Talking to you, bro. This was super fun.
Yeah. Let's
you can
follow. What is your Instagram? I'll put it in the description.
You can follow Rohit Raghvendra, and like it's. I think you'll just put it like
No, I'll put it in the description.
Yeah, it's ROHIT RAGHV_.
Go check out his page if you haven't seen it already. It's just like you'll laugh, I promise you.
Thank you so much, bro. This was awesome. God, man. Bro, I can't believe it's 1 hour 40 minutes. Like,
bro, time. Fuck.